Because if you have a goal and you're thinking, right, I need to achieve this thing, what you're really saying is there's a thing in the future I don't have,
Yeah.
but I want it. And so you're separated from it and then you're striving. So not only are you closing yourself off to other things, like you said, but you're in a lack state. And oh, 100%. I mean, I look back at my life and I think, wow, like I could never have predicted or planned for how things have turned out, but I wouldn't change a thing.
No.
Even the times where it's been tough and I've had challenges, that was part of the path. And I didn't plan for that either.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
and
So
people
beautiful.
don't believe me when I say, like, I'll say,
No,
I don't get stressed. I'll say, I don't get stressed.
no,
I don't worry about anything. And
no.
people don't believe me. It's true. Like the people that know me really well know I just don't stress about
Yeah, yeah,
anything
it's
because
incredible.
there can be no stress.
No, it's amazing. I love that. I love that. But it's really because we're saying it because we are embodying it. We have that experience, and you have to have that experience. And we invite the people we love to have this experience. But yes, if you don't have it, I understand. And we've been there. You cannot
We've
imagine
been
it.
there.
So we finally meet. I was so looking forward.
Yeah, me too. We've been trying to arrange it for a little while. So it's nice to finally be with you.
Yes, last time you had issues with connection, and then yeah,
Well, that's Mexico for
yeah,
you.
I know, I imagine,
One
I
of the
know.
very few downsides of being in Mexico.
Oh, so beautiful that you are there. That's
Where are
amazing.
you?
I'm in Barcelona, next to Barcelona.
Ah, nice. I lived in
Yeah.
Barcelona for a while, a
Oh,
few years
yes.
ago. Yes,
Ah,
yes. Yeah, I really
ah.
enjoyed it there. I love
Mm.
Spain. I lived
Yes.
in Tarifa as well. So
Mm.
Barcelona and Tarifa.
Ah, wow. Nice.
So
Yes.
yeah.
And I've been in Mexico. I was 7 years, 7 years old. We were there 6 months living there.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
Whereabouts?
it was in DF in Mexico City a
Okay.
long time ago, many years ago. But
Yeah,
I'm
Mexico City is crazy.
yeah. Yes. But it's very nice. Yes, all that America, Central America. I grew up in Venezuela many years also.
Ah, okay.
So
Yeah, haven't been to Venezuela yet. Been to many countries, but not Venezuela.
yes, yes. So it's so nice, so nice.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
I resonate so much with you.
Yeah, yeah, I see. I love it. Like when I'm on LinkedIn, I go through, I see lots of people's stuff and it's like, eh.
Um,
And then every so often I come across people. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you're like on my wavelength. So yeah, and I always love having conversations with those people. So yeah, you're one of them.
yes, yes. It's amazing, no? How well how life is and how the world is, and I just came 5 minutes before I came home. I was with Aaron Hill and Graham House, which I met via LinkedIn. And
Ah,
Graham, he came from is from Scotland, and he came specifically to meet Aaron myself in person.
oh, nice.
Yes, and it's like us, not the same thing. But Aaron Graham, when I did the co-creation with him, he was in Africa, and
Ah,
and and he mentioned Aaron that he lives in Barcelona. So when I checked Aaron in LinkedIn, I saw he lives in my town. So he's a
wow.
neighbor.
Yeah, it's a really small world, isn't it? And I really do feel like, particularly at this point in time, there is something going on energetically which is bringing us together and
Yes,
connecting us. I really do believe that.
yes,
And
me
I've had
too.
that experience, over the last few years, but even more so the last few months, it
Yes.
seems to be kind of ramping up. And I've met quite a few people on LinkedIn that I've met in real life now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny, one of my closest friends now, we connected on LinkedIn a while back, and on her profile, she had UK. And I think I still had UK on my profile. And then I start chatting with her in the DMs. And I'm like, oh, you're in England. She said, no, I'm from the UK. And so it turns out she's from a place in the UK that's really close to where I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, oh, but at the moment I'm living in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. And that's where I was living at the time. I was like, what? We're in the same town? So we met up the next week and like we're really close friends now. And then I've met a few other people who, for some reason, a lot of people who are kind of on my wavelength seem to live in Mexico. A lot of people have moved there in the last few years, or at least are spending time there. And so when I was in Playa del Carmen, I ended up meeting a few people who were there that I actually met on LinkedIn, which is crazy to me.
Yes.
So yeah, but I'm not in Playa del Carmen anymore. I moved to more near Mexico City. So I'm in San Miguel de Allende, which is about 3 hours drive from Mexico City. So we're up in the mountains and
Oh, nice.
it's beautiful. It's
Yeah, it
beautiful
must be.
here. So beautiful. The city is like 400 years old. And so everything, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So everything is protected, which means that when you're in the town, all of the buildings, certainly the front of the buildings is original. Like it can't be changed.
Yeah.
So the streets are like cobbles. The buildings are hundreds of years old, beautiful architecture everywhere. It's just the whole thing is just beautiful. And so, yeah, I'm really enjoying being here right now.
Oh, that's so nice. So happy. Yeah, I would go there.
Yeah, in a way, it reminds me of Barcelona. You know, the older parts of
that you're not able
Barcelona
to
and the
change.
architecture. It's very similar.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. But it's like you're saying, I also feel that. I feel that somehow we're connecting more. And as we are connecting more, I know we are co-creating even stronger.
Yes.
Our force, our power becomes, I don't know, tangible, or I don't know, I feel it. I feel the change.
Yes, I do too. And all the people I speak with who kind of get what we're talking about, they're all saying the same thing, every single one of them. And I think that in addition to us finding each other and connecting with each other, it also feels like it's easier to create. Like we're attracting people and opportunities, and it just seems to flow.
Yes.
Like one of my friends is traveling again. I met her on LinkedIn and then in Playa del Carmen, but she travels a lot and she runs retreats and she just goes out there and just sees who she meets. And she's meeting the most amazing people. And like she'll meet someone and it's like, oh, I know someone who could help you with this. And there's just like she's like, I'm not even trying. Like I'm not trying.
Yeah.
And I think we're moving away from that, you know, that whole having a goal and striving to achieve it, which is very old world.
Yes.
Now I think our energy is literally just attracting aligned people, opportunities, experiences. And I've seen that happen in my own life and I see it happening to my friends. And so this cannot be just a random coincidence. There's something more going on. And I just find that fascinating. And I'm fascinated by energy and,
yes,
you know, how that affects everything. So yeah, it's quite an exciting time.
Yes, I think so. Yes, I think so. I think because we are seeing ourselves more, so we are becoming who we are. So we are more open to what, well, let's say we get more comfortable with uncertainty because we love that. We love the unknown and we love to live in the unknown. No? So that
which some people, it horrifies some people.
Yes, which I love, no? So it's this, okay. So we're inviting any possibility in. so we are changing, and as we are changing like this, and we are inviting more possibilities in, I think that also outside, at the end, we're co-creating with the field we have out around us, no, with people, and with this is scientifically proven, no, we have a field around us, no. So I think that's also the co-creation part. So since we are more open, we are more inviting for opportunities to come in, for us to co-create through the choices we take, and with the people that are like us, open-hearted, open-minded, everything, no?
Yes, no, I totally agree, and I do really believe that it's, it starts within, like you said. When we change, our frequency changes, and so that frequency then attracts different things. And so it always starts within, and this is, I think, where some people get a little bit stuck, in my experience, because we're wanting certain things. So we're kind of like fixated on things, but then we're not becoming what we need to become in order to attract things which are aligned. And so then it kind of gets a bit stuck. But I also really do believe that we are receivers of the field.
Yes.
Even down to, one of the things I've been contemplating a lot recently is, where do thoughts come from? And one could argue that there's certain types of thinking which are done internally within the brain, and cognitive processes. But what about ideas, inspirations, those things which they just come in out of nowhere? I truly believe that we're receiving, that our bodies are vessels to receive, and we are receiving messages from the field. And that's really exciting to me. And it's also why it's so important to be present. And like you said, open. Because if you're not open, you're blocked, you're constricted. So when you're open to the possibilities and you're not trying to force anything to happen, you leave a clear channel for things to flow in. And this happens to me all the time, but it happened last week. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I just got not even an idea for a book. I just started in my head writing a book. It was just flowing as if someone else was typing it. It was the strangest thing. And I got up and I just started typing, and I typed 10 pages.
Wow.
And it was like it wasn't coming from I'm trying to think. It was just flowing. And that kind of thing happens to me all the time, even with my social media posts. And it usually happens when I'm just not really doing anything.
Yes.
Yes. I could be just sitting in the park, watching the birds in the trees. I could be just lying on my terrace in the sunshine, and boom, something just comes in and I just type it out.
Yes.
And then when I read these things back, like when I wrote the 10 pages of the book, I read them back and it was like I didn't really even remember writing it.
Incredible, yes.
And what's interesting is, if I sit down and try to write, there's a block. And so whenever it can be any time of day, I've always got my phone with me so I can like dictate or whatever. Whenever the inspiration comes, I write, and then when it goes, I just stop. And so it's just been really effortless, and it's the strangest thing, but it's also really exciting.
Yeah, the energy is amazing when you have that flow. No, it's a different kind of energy. It's something that, for me, it's really, I feel it in the heart. And when I write, I'm tuning in to something in that moment.
Absolutely.
And it's amazing. It's openness. Yeah.
It is. And I feel like also many of us receive similar messages. So those of us who are on a similar frequency receive similar messages around the same time. So I've had many conversations with people that I'm friends with, and I'll say to them, "Oh, I was like thinking about this," and they say, "Oh my goodness, I was thinking about that too," and it's so weird. Like, or I'll see something that one of my friends has posted online, and I say, "Oh my goodness, this is literally what I was thinking this morning." And so there's something around similar people on a similar wavelength receiving similar messages, which is just fascinating to me.
Yeah, I guess it's because of the vibration, and like you were saying before, we're tapping into we're connecting with the field in a different vibration with that information. And then when we are calm, it happens to me when I read. When I read the book, it's when and that's when I get the insights of something totally different. And that's when I stand up and I respond to it.
Yeah, it's that it's when you're not trying.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole trying to make something
Yes.
happen is so different to just allowing what wants to come in to come in. But that does require a lot of surrender. And as you said before, an openness or even a love of the unknown.
Mm-hmm. That's always there.
It's like, what are there's so many possibilities. When we're fixated on things having to be a certain way, we're actually not open to all the other possibilities, which could be even better or what's meant for us. Because I think there's a difference between what we say we want and maybe what's actually meant for us. And so being open to all of it, it means there's no tension, there's no resistance, there's no stress. It's just you're open and accepting of, hey, what could happen, like in an exciting way, rather than, oh no, what could happen, which is how most people operate.
Yes.
And so it's always interesting to me to just observe my own experiences, because that's where a lot of my beliefs and wisdom come from. It's what have I actually experienced, rather than just reading it from somebody else's book or whatever and saying, oh, well, that's the way things are. I say all of this from experience. Yes. I know it to be true because I live it and I experience it.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes, I'm like you. And then it's the observation, constant observation of what's happening and how I respond and how I've been triggered and what I'm learning through that. But it's natural. It's not this mind working. It's really, no, it's this observation, openness. And also one thing that we also casually were talking today in the afternoon, it was also when we have a goal set, we're not open because there's a goal. So we're limiting our future and where we're going to one place that we think it's best for us. No, so there's a goal and it's a limitation.
Absolutely. And it also can create a lot of stress because it's like, well, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. And it's this like striving. And I think that creates, well, essentially it's a lack state. Because if you have a goal and you're thinking, right, I need to achieve this thing, what you're really saying is there's a thing in the future I don't have, but I want it. And so you're separated from it, and then you're striving. So not only are you closing yourself off to other things, like you said, but you're in a lack state. And it's like, I'll only be happy when I get that thing. So you're never quite there and then when you do get to the thing, you don't really feel any different. And then there has to be another thing. And that's what keeps a lot of people in this perpetual state of like dissatisfaction, in my experience. And I've talked about not having goals for a long time, and I get a lot of flack for it. You have to have goals. Well, yeah, but why do you believe that? You only believe it because you've been conditioned to believe it. You read all the personal development books, you listen to the podcasts, you listen to the YouTube videos, and they're all saying you need to have a goal, a big
The
goal.
why and the
You've got to
goal.
strive towards it. That's why you think you have to have goals. You weren't born believing you needed goals. It's all conditioned. But to let go of that conditioning, or even in the first place, recognize that it is conditioning, that's the first step. It's awareness is the first step to everything. Like that awareness of, well, why do I do this?
Yes.
Why do I believe this is the way? And it's because you've believed it from other people, what other people have told you.
Yes. So you inherited, but it's not you. And another thing, talking about goals, you have to have goals and other things. Is the other one is you have to have a how. And the how is the same thing. It's so limiting. If I have said the how, I'm limiting myself where it's for me to go, because I'm saying I have to go and I have to do it this way and I have to, and it's so limiting, and then again stressful, anxiety, everything. But if you walk openly, because at the end we are innovators when we walk with the heart, and we are in our heart, and we are in the present moment, and we are who we are, we become innovators, because you don't know where you're going, and when you look back you say, oh, look where I am. I'm broke, whatever. No, I'm outside the system. I'm seeing things totally different, and look how I came here. And I would never have imagined that by doing what I have done, I would be here.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I look back at my life and I think, wow, like I could never have predicted or planned for how things have turned out, but I wouldn't change a thing.
No.
Even the times where it's been tough and I've had challenges, that was part of the path. And I didn't plan for that either. I didn't plan for the challenges. I didn't plan for the great things that have happened. I just kind of went with the flow, and things happened as they happened. But I do believe it all really serves us, because if I hadn't been through the kinds of experiences I'd been through, I wouldn't be who I am today, which I'm very happy with. I wouldn't be able to do the work that I do in the way that I do it. It all served me. And it's like you said, you look back and you say, wow, like I could never have 10 years ago, like what I thought my life was going to be. It's like the polar opposite of how it is, but I wouldn't change a thing. And so that's why it's so exciting, and just being able to embrace that and be okay with that. But it does mean letting go of that conditioning. And that, I think, is, in my experience, where people really struggle. The conditioning is deep. It's been our whole life since birth. But we weren't born with any beliefs, this is how we're supposed to do things. It was all conditioned. Every single bit of it.
Yes.
So beginning to have that awareness, and this was the journey I went through, is thinking, oh my goodness, like all this stuff I'm doing, it's not me, it's just conditioning. All of it.
Yes.
And it doesn't actually have to be this way. It's only this way because of my conditioning. So I can change that. And that's really where you start to feel very liberated.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes.
And people don't believe me when I say, like, I'll say, I don't get stressed. I'll say, I don't get stressed.
No.
I don't worry about anything.
No.
And people don't believe me. It's true. Like the people that know me really well know I just don't stress about anything.
It's incredible.
Because what is there to stress about?
Nothing, because you don't worry upfront. Because everything will be totally perfect the way it will be. And in that moment, since you are in the moment, you will deal with it, with whatever it is in the moment.
Of course. And you see, it's wanting things to be a certain way and not being okay with how things are, which is really what creates most people's stress. It's being at odds with what is, what was, or what may be. it needs to be this way, it's not this way, and therefore that's where my stress is coming from. That's the main root of stress.
Yeah.
When you're okay with, like, you accept your past, there's no conflict or resistance to it. You accept where you are now. It's not good, bad, right, wrong. It's just how it is. And you're open to what may be. There can be no stress.
No, it's amazing. I love that. I love that. But it's really because we're saying it because we are embodying it. We have that experience, and you have to have that experience. And we invite the people we love to have this experience. But yes, if you don't have it, I understand. And we've been there. You cannot imagine
We've been
it.
there.
You cannot imagine it. But it's so liberating. It's so beautiful. It's every moment. It's such a beautiful gift. A gift because you don't know what's going to happen, and what's happening. You don't even worry what's going to happen. It's really, yeah, you're in the present moment, so you having gifts at every moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like you just said, we've been there. So I used to be like, if you saw the way I was 10 years ago, you would just laugh because I was the polar opposite of how I am now. I was super anxious. I was stressed all the time. I got very sick with various different illnesses because of the stress and the emotional anguish and all of that. And I've now been through that process of change and come out the other end very, very different. And I think when that happens, like you just said, we want other people to experience it because we know how great it feels, but they have to go through that process.
Yeah.
And they have to be ready and willing. And I do think that as much as everyone says they'd love to live a liberated, stressless life, they're not ready to really surrender and to go through that process. And I don't know, I wonder sometimes whether it's actually just part of a soul path. You know, it's like I question, well, why is it some people, like, why is it I had this awakening and went through this journey, yet there are so many others who keep saying they want to change and they just never do? Well, what makes me different? Like, what makes people like us different? And so I come to the conclusion it must be something a bit more, like a bit beyond the human, you know, like something energetic, like something to do with the soul path. I don't know, but there's something, because some people never, despite wanting to change, never do.
Yeah.
What distinguishes those people from the people that do? It's really interesting.
Yeah, or that they have the awakening. So one thing I think, because I remember myself saying also, I want, but the wanting, you know, there's always the saying, don't search for your purpose, it will find you, no? Which is true, but whatever it is, I don't know it, no? But I think the change comes when you are willing to change yourself, when you are taking the effort to look inside. But not look inside and analyze. That's what we're being told. Look inside, analyze what happened to you and why. No. It's when you really are starting to observing your thoughts, your reactions, accepting, respecting, valuing, loving yourself, no, and start recognizing the who you are. And then suddenly the change has happened.
Yeah.
No?
It really is, like I said before, about awareness.
Yeah.
Like, once we start becoming aware, most people, like, we're like I used to be on autopilot. All of these conditioned patterns, emotional addictions, all of this stuff just playing out over and over and over again. In order to change, you have to start to begin to have awareness. Like if you're
Yes.
not aware that you're in this loop, if you're not aware that it's all just conditioning, if you're not aware that there's a different way, if you're not aware of your soul, your heart,
Mm-hmm.
you're not connected.
Mm-hmm.
Without the awareness, no change can happen.
Yeah.
Like awareness is the precursor to
Mm-hmm.
any change. So yeah, it has to start with that and becoming more self-aware. And this is why I always encourage people to question everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why am I doing this? Why do I believe this? Like, is this really true? Is this really me? Because if we don't question anything, we just keep on
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in the same
Mm.
loops, just
Rolling.
going over and over again. And
Rolling.
also outsourcing our authority,
Mm-hmm.
our personal agency to other people who are
Mm-hmm.
telling us this is how you're supposed to do it. This is what you're supposed to want. It's all just other people essentially. That's what conditioning is. It's like
Yeah.
other
Yeah. Yeah.
people telling us what we're meant to do and the way it's supposed to be. And as soon as as a coach, most of the stuff I do is asking people questions because when you're asked a question, you have to think and you have to sense. And then you think, oh, I don't know why I'm doing that. Or I don't know why I believe that. And that's when you start to unravel and
Mm-hmm.
realize, like, wow, all of this stuff that I'm doing, the way I'm living, the things I believe are all just conditioning from other people, from society. And that's quite a big realization, and that's what that's what kind of takes you from autopilot and just
Mm-hmm.
repeating to having that awareness and being present and seeing things for what they are, I
Yeah.
think. And that's where you really start to change. And when you live from that place of presence
Mm-hmm.
and just awareness in every moment, that's really how change happens. It's not a complicated,
No.
of course, there's all these courses and
No.
books on how to change and everything.
No.
It's really grounded in awareness, in just ongoing awareness, and then making choices. Like, oh, well, why am I like, oh, hang on, I'm repeating this pattern again. The
Mm-hmm.
awareness of it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to choose something different now. It's just doing that over time. It
Yes.
really how we change. It's not actually very complicated, but of course, there's a whole industry around
How
all
to
these
change.
strategies and tactics, and it's everywhere. And then people just keep going from one course
Mm-hmm.
to the next course to the next YouTube video to the next self-help book, and nothing really changes.
No.
I've
No.
done it. I
Yeah, I've
spent
done it.
years, all the Tony Robbins books, all the
Yes.
YouTube videos, like just years and years of it. Nothing really changed.
No. No, because we were looking outside,
Yeah.
not being aware, not looking inside and getting aware of it and practicing observation, looking inward. No, no, always outside. Those steps. No. And also the other thing that happens, because you're looking always outside, it's the comparison. No, you're comparing yourself, and that's why, and you believe in others, and so the steps are going to be good because you haven't seen yourself. Because the moment you see yourself, you cannot compare yourself with anyone because you already know that you are you. There's
Yeah.
no way, no
Yeah.
other way.
Yeah.
And on competition and all those things that thrive, that are around this individuality and this comparison business, all those things just disappear from your world because no, and oneness comes in. So it's really this uniqueness. I cannot compare myself because everyone is different and I love everyone for who they are, no, and I value and respect everyone. But I know we all are the same, we all are connected also, no?
Yeah. I mean, we are all connected. And I think, you know, that when we say like we're all the same, I know what you're saying. It's like we are all connected. Individually, there's also differences, right? So at a fundamental level, an energetic level, like of course we are all connected. And then there's also differences because we are like still human, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there's more of the energetic part, the spirit, the soul. That's where there's the oneness. But then as humans, like we all have our differences, which is great. You know, there's nothing wrong with that, for sure. But yeah, it's just, I just love this journey. It's just so fascinating. And
yes,
I'm so grateful that I, for whatever reason, have been through it. And I'm now in a place where, yeah, I don't compare because
there's nothing to compare.
you don't need to compare to anything. And I do think though that, you know, it's really about that sovereignty. It's that self-agency, that trusting yourself, like knowing yourself and trusting yourself. Where the challenge for a lot of people comes in is that they're surrounded by advice, what other people are doing, all of that. It does influence us, whether we like it or not. Like whoever we're around on an energetic level, on a behavioral level, it does affect us. And so if you're in a position where you're trying to change, but you're just surrounded by people that are just telling you what to do, and you're just watching YouTube videos all day, and there's, oh my God, there's all this advice, you never move forward because you've just got so much noise coming in. And I did a LinkedIn post a little while ago saying something along the lines of, if you're feeling like stuck or stressed or like you don't know what to do or whatever, the best thing you can do is just avoid input from others for a month. Avoid social media. Don't watch YouTube videos. Just be with yourself and be in awareness, be in presence. Like the amount of insights that you get from that, I've done it. You start to realize like, oh, why was I doing that? Or why was I? Because it's like going back to the goal thing. People only do goals because everyone says you should do goals. But when you actually spend time with yourself and you're not being bombarded with information, you start to connect with you.
True.
How do you feel? What makes sense to you? What do you like? What do you want to do today? Like that doesn't happen when there's that all day. Like there are some people, I speak with new entrepreneurs particularly, and they're spending most of their days just consuming content from other people. And then they're confused because, well, this person said this, but then this person said this strategy, and this person said something else, and they're just because, oh, what do I do? Like who do I listen to? And when I ask people like, why are you doing that, or why do you think you need to do that? The answer is usually, well, that's what other people say. And that's the problem. That's the root. And interestingly, this is what's coming through in my book as a theme. If you do not know and trust yourself above everything else, you will be constantly at the whim of what everybody else is saying you should do, because you perceive that that's right versus what you believe. And when I ask people, well, does this make sense? Does this approach make sense to you? They'll go, well, not really, and I don't like it. And well, why are you doing it? Because they're outsourcing their authority to somebody else. They know better than me.
Yes.
Therefore, I need to do what they say. Completely the opposite. I don't take advice from anybody. I might listen to their perspectives.
No.
I might listen to their opinions, like what they do, like I'm open to that. I think
Yes.
that's important.
Yeah.
We can't live in a little
No,
bubble
no,
where we
no.
never listen to anybody else. But the difference is I sense check that with myself.
Yes. You discern it. Yes.
No, that doesn't work for me. No, that doesn't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Or, yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah, I'm feeling that. It's all about that inner authority. But to have that inner authority, you have to know, you have to be connected to your intuition. You have to be connected to your senses. Like it's a felt sense in the body, right? It's a
Yes.
knowing.
Yes.
And then you have to trust it, which is the
Mm-hmm.
second stage. Because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people have the knowing, they
But
know
yes. Yes.
this isn't right for me, but they will not trust it because they trust other people over themselves. And that's the crux of the matter, I think, for a lot of the challenges that people have.
Yes. Yes. I'm with you. And I was there.
So yeah. Oh yeah. I spent most of my life there.
That's right. But yes, and it's what you're saying, it's integrating what serves you. At the end, you get sure information, selective, you select information and you take in what serves you. The rest, I always say it has served the one who wrote the book. It has served the person perfectly, but it doesn't serve me. There's no one size fits all. If I'm unique and everyone is unique, there cannot be one size fits all.
No, of course. And that's it.
Yeah, you integrate what's good for you.
Yeah. It's having that discernment, that knowing, and then trusting it.
Yeah.
There were many times in my life where my intuition said no. And I just went ahead and did it anyway. And every single time I would say, my intuition, I knew this wasn't right for me.
Yeah.
And that's why, this one size fits all, this is how you're supposed to do things, doesn't work for people.
No.
Because we are all different. Well, it worked for that person. Okay, but that's them.
Yes.
What about you? We are all different. And even from I don't know if you're into human design at all.
I know I've read about that, but no, I don't.
I got into human design like maybe a year and a half ago. And it's really just our blueprint. It's our essence. It's that part of us that's not conditioned. It's like what we came into the world with. And I was skeptical at first, but I'm telling you, like, it is so accurate. I use it with every single one of my clients. I get them to do a human design report because it's like your essence, it's your blueprint, it's who you truly are. I've never met a person who hasn't said it's 100% accurate. It blows my mind. It's based on astrology and Kabbalah and Chinese Taoism. So many different things. And it's this guy, like the guy who created it, like apparently he just went up this mountain one day and just got this download and created this system.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But it's always accurate. And it's so helpful because what it allows you to do is to see where in your life you're not in alignment. Because that's the other source of like dissatisfaction. It's like most people are just like, I just don't feel good. Like I just don't feel happy. Part of it, a big part of it, I think, is not living in alignment with our design, with our unique blueprint. So when you look at the report, which is quite comprehensive, I use a particular one that's the best one I found. It will tell you how you best use your energy, how you best communicate, what physical environments are best for you, so many different things. And you can look at how am I living versus this. And the disconnect is actually what's creating that sense of like, I don't feel good. So it's just really amazing. It's just a tool.
Yeah.
It's just a tool I use, but I have found it to be really helpful because I remember when I first read my report, I felt quite emotional because it was like that recognition that this is me. Oh my goodness, this is why that stuff doesn't work for me. And I've had a similar experience with my clients when they get their report. I mean, I've had people break down in tears.
Wow. Wow.
Because it's like, this is me. Like, it's almost like a validation. Because in society, there is this is how you're supposed to do things, like the goals and this, that, and the other. And then when you realize, oh my goodness, I recognize this person here deep down.
Yes.
There's like a part of us that recognizes
it,
like that soul level. Yeah. But I'm doing this stuff, which is totally in conflict with this. When you start living more in alignment with your design, you feel more you feel freed up. And so it's just a helpful tool. But again, that's so fascinating to me how, we come into this world. There's a certain soul blueprint. We all have like a unique essence, and that's being articulated to you, and you can then recognize that, and then you can see where you're out of alignment. It's really, really fascinating. So yeah, it's when you're out of alignment, you never feel good.
No, it's never good. I will have to look into that.
Yeah, it's just interesting. It's like, again, I don't place all the importance on on one thing.
No, it's a tool, like you were saying.
But it helps with awareness. It helps with awareness.
So it could help somehow those that are still searching, searching, it's not a searching at the end, it's really a finding, because but the ones that are wanting to be who they are wanting to find themselves. Maybe it could help them somehow, because they're still using the comparison, so they could have this tool and see, okay, where am I now, and then start observing and then become aware of all their inner world. No?
Absolutely. And that's the power of it. It shows you that, wow, everyone has a unique chart. And some people are more similar to others. So there's like manifesting generator, like generator, reflector. There's a few different types. But then within those types, within those kind of categories, there's also differences. But if you're like a manifesting generator, which is what I am, other manifesting generators will have similar qualities to you. But there's still differences. And so what it does, like you just said, it highlights, oh, we're all actually unique, and different things work for different people. And that's just part of our design. And so, of course, everyone following the same thing isn't going to work. And it gives that permission. It gives that, like, it's almost like a relief. There's nothing wrong with me. Because I used to think there was something wrong with me. Like I never fitted in. Like I never felt right in certain environments. I never felt right around certain people or doing certain things, like having the big goals and all this. It never felt right to me. But I thought there was something wrong with me.
Yeah, me too.
So when you realize there's nothing wrong with me, I just have a different design to certain other people. And everyone is unique, and therefore what's important is that I live in alignment with my design, with my intuition, with my heart, and that's actually all that matters. So it's kind of liberating, it's freeing, it helps to give that sort of permission and help you realize, like, you're not wrong because the mainstream or what someone else is telling you doesn't work for you. And that, I think, is powerful, because I think most people think, there's something wrong with them, or why is this not working for me? Like, it must be me. Or maybe it's just not aligned.
Yeah, it's what we're told. Also, I've been there also. We've been there everywhere. No, when I wanted, I was when I started with my social enterprise, I didn't fit in the social entrepreneurship because I was continuing evolving. My project was evolving, and I couldn't fit it in a business model. No, so I was saying, "What's wrong with me? This is constantly changing." But yes, at the end, important is really to acknowledge we are unique. We cannot fit. There's no one size fits all, and we really have tools, no,
Of course.
to understand
Yeah.
who we
And
are
to love who we
yeah.
are.
First thing, I guess it's the baseline, don't you think? I've been thinking from where the awakening starts and the understanding of who you are is by starting loving yourself. No, and from there everything else evolves.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I think it is, and it's you know, the more you get to know yourself and accept, like, it's okay that I'm different. It's okay that I feel like this. Actually, I'm really unique. Like, this is amazing. You have that kind of like it's self-respect, it's self-trust, it's very, very powerful. And then you don't want to be someone else.
No.
You don't compare yourself to others because you're like, I love being me. I don't want to swap with anybody. Like I like being me and doing what I enjoy, doing what works for me, doing what I feel like doing. Like, there's such a joy in that when you get to that point where you're like, oh, I'm actually feeling great. I actually love myself. I love my life. Like that, I wouldn't swap that for anything.
No.
I don't want to change that.
No, me neither. Laura, Laura, you say no? In your case, Laura, I say
Well,
Laura.
here I say Laura.
Laura. That's
If the Mexicans ask me what my name is, I just say Laura. It actually sounds much nicer, I think.
It's very nice, Laura.
Laura.
Thank you, really, from the bottom of my heart, to be here with you, for you to be with me, and for sharing, and finally get to talk to you.
Yeah, likewise. I've really enjoyed this conversation. I always do, when I'm able to chat with people who are kind of on my wavelength and we can talk about these kinds of things. So yeah, it's been wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. For many more.
Yes.